All right, so we're in Vegas for NAB, but a few of us have decided to take a little detour, and we're vlogging with the new Sony 16-25. Okay, we got some goats. We got some goat action. What's up, goats? All right, so the plan for this video is to not do a fully technical review of the lens. I just wanted you to see what the lens looks like in this vlog. We got Trailmaster Donna here.
Hello. I already reviewed the lens, so
yeah.
You can go check mine if you want something more technical.
I made it to the trailhead. Lee's trying to find a lizard right now. He's obsessed with this lizard. Did you find it?
We don't have lizards in Canada. The closest thing we have is like a chipmunk.
Which is like the equivalent to a lizard here.
It's like a furry lizard.
It's a furry lizard. The thing with hanging out with creators is that if there's a shot they see, like you have to pose and be natural.
Yeah, but he already was being natural. It's all about making sure. It's one of those things where like you see it and you're like, I wish I had a camera, but since we're out here with cameras,
may as well.
We got it.
May as well. All right, so we should probably talk about the lens for a bit. Well, the Sony 16-25 is a super lightweight, compact, wide-angle vlog lens that is actually a perfect pairing to Sony's new 24-50 G lens. Oh gosh, I almost stepped over a lizard. Sorry, lizard. But the 16-25 is actually a really nice vlog lens for cameras like the Sony a7C Mark II or the a7CR. Basically, it's really suited for more compact, smaller cameras like that. But the question is it better than the Sony 16-35 G Master Mark II? And the answer, of course, is no. Wait, what?
No, it's not better than the 16-35 G Master Mark II.
I was going to say that, Donna.
Okay, sorry.
So before I was rudely interrupted, no, it is not better than the 16-35 G Master Mark II, but it is better than the original 16-35 G Master in terms of autofocus performance and sharpness. Now, there are cheaper versions of this lens that Sigma and Tamron offer, and so why consider getting the Sony 16-25 even though it's a little more expensive? Well, it's sharper. It supports active stabilization. It supports breathing compensation. It is more expensive, but you do get a lot of bang for your buck with this compact lens. And I don't know, I kind of like it. I dig it. Would I give it up for my 16-35? Probably not. But I think it's great for beginners, or maybe for people just want to carry lighter gear in their camera bag. And that's probably one of my favorite features of this new lens. It's lighter, it's more compact, it's a lot easier to vlog with, you know. The funny thing is that Chris is making the same review video with the same lens, so we're kind of helping each other so we can finish it on time. All right, so we saw this really cool mount over here, and so obviously we have to go on top of it. Oh, did it? You're over there already. Cool. Oh gosh, I don't have the shoes for this. This is crazy, look at that. If I fell, oh my gosh, the camera almost slipped. If I fell, that'd be a gnarly fall. A wicked gash on my head. Don't want to drop the lens over this cliff. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Good thing my wife's not here because she hates when I do stuff like this. Which is why I go on these trips without her, because love you, babe.
All right, we're ruining everybody's shot.
Yeah. Hey, Donna.
Hey.
I'm gonna zoom all the way from 16-25. There you go. Look at these boys. Look at these boys. Okay, so we've been hiking for over an hour now, and I really appreciate the lightness of this lens because I'm getting a little tired, just a little bit. All right, so you probably noticed that there's this softness throughout the footage. Well, that's because I use a Pro Misc filter on the 16-25 lens. That was totally intentional because I wanted to have this soft, nostalgic look to it, almost like a Western. And so if you're thinking this footage looks kind of soft, that's the reason why. Also, I use the variable ND filter and use it to the max setting, which is why you kind of see somewhat of an X pattern on the screen. I probably could have chosen a different variable ND filter, but it was all I had. As far as some photos goes, here are some images that I shot with the Sony 16-25 and the Pro Misc filter. Again, it's gonna add this softness, this glow effect in my images, which I totally dig. I think it looks totally cool. But if you wanna see how sharp this lens really is without any filters on, well, here are some shots that I took at the silos in Waco, Texas. As you can see in the wide shot, it looks really good, but when I punch in, the image still looks pretty sharp. And then going to 25mm and then punching in, image looks pretty sharp in the center and in the corners. Now, when you really punch in and pixel peep, it's not gonna be the sharpest, definitely not as sharp as a G Master lens, but the fact that this lens is half the cost of the 16-35 G Master Mark II makes it a pretty solid lens to get. And as far as overall user experience with this lens, I really enjoyed it, especially when we were trekking all day throughout the desert. I mean, normally I would shoot with G Master lenses, but considering all the hiking and the heat, carrying the 16-25 was a much better option. All right, so you might be thinking 16-25mm isn't that dynamic, like 16-25, like that's not much of a focal range. But there's a couple of tricks that I use with the A7C Mark II to increase the focal length. So right now, I am pushing it from 16-25. That's step number one. And now I'm gonna go into crop mode. All right, so now I'm in crop mode at 25mm, and so the shot is pushed in just a bit, but now I'm gonna zoom in even more using clear image zoom. Look at that. So yeah, just fun little hacks just to increase the focal length of the 16-25. All right, Brandon, so you've seen this lens for a little bit now. What do you think of the 16-25?
It's nice and wide. It might be a bit a complicated situation out in the sand, but we'll see.
Would you get it over the 16-35?
I really like my 2070 still.
20-70, that's another good option too. Like, you don't always have to get a 16-35 or 25. 20-70, honestly, if it was an f2.8, that'd be the lens I'd keep.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Sony, can you make that lens? All right, so that's the Sony 16-25. I think it's pretty cool. It's nice that it's an affordable option to have a nice wide vlog lens for cameras like the A7C, A7CR. Chris, Donna, what do you guys think of the lens?
I think it's great. It's a nice affordable option as an alternative to the 16-35 G Master.
Yeah, because that thing is expensive.
It's been good to have out here where we're typically shooting a lot of landscape stuff, so it's a solid option, yeah.
All right, anyway, gotta go. We're done. Watch their videos. Links down below. All right, bye.
Life is good.